All right, so I wanted to go over this Cami add-on one more time. I think either some of you are having trouble getting it installed and are giving up, or some of you just haven't even tried, or for whatever reason, there have been some issues with it. For starters, the tech department cut off your ability to download apps that they hadn't approved of. I think I've gotten that fixed on their end. So this may work great now and you have no issues installing the app. However, if you're not able to follow the instructions that came with it, click the link and install. I think that I have a workaround for that that'll work, and it'll work either way. But if you can follow the instructions, great. If not, just do this and it'll work anyway. So when you go to the assignment, this is a dummy class. This isn't what it's going to look like for you as far as like the assignment goes, but this was the assignment you guys had the other day. So I click on the assignment, and you can do one of two things. You can click on the actual assignment or click view assignment. It kind of is the same thing here. So when I click on the assignment through here, it just pops up like a regular PDF. Okay. You need to download or install or whatever the Cami app. So I don't have that option. It doesn't pop up for me to do that. So if I click this little arrow here and get this drop down where it says open with, I get to choose what app I open this PDF in. So if you notice, Cami isn't here on this. So I'm going to click this option that says connect more apps. So in the search bar, Kami, search for that. It's the top one right here. PDF and document annotation. Basically, this allows you to draw on, write on, type on a document. It kind of gives you some pretty cool tools that we're going to need for geometry. So I'm going to click on that. The box here is blue. To connect, I'm going to connect it. It's going to take it a second. Okay, now it looks exactly the same. So I'm going to click this again, but notice now I have the option to annotate with Cami. Annotate basically means write on. Click on that option. Oh, I have to authorize Google Drive. I'm using my personal account so you guys can see what it looks like on your end. Allow. I'm K-12 school. In this role, I am a student. Okay, that's it. So this is installed. Everything's good to go. Some of these things are locked right now. Don't worry about that. I was just playing around with some of the settings. You don't need any of these things. I'll unlock stuff when we get a little bit more comfortable with using this. So first of all, I'm kind of old. I need these pictures bigger, especially staring at a screen. My eyes get kind of tired looking at teeny tiny things on the screen. So don't worry about that. That was a mistake from earlier. So I'm asking you to do a couple of translations. I want you to go back and do the assignment from Monday. If you did it, or if you need to redo it, send me an email, let me know so I can release it so you can go back and do that again. I'm asking you to perform 2 translations and 2 reflections using these tools in Cami. This is not something that you scribble on a sheet of paper, take a picture and send it to me. It's going to all be right here together. So this is a translation. If you remember your translation mappings, I'm going to move 2 to the left, and my y coordinate doesn't change at all. So it's just 2 to the left and you're done. So for drawing, I'm going to make this a little bit thicker so it's easier to see again. I'm going to move every X 2 to the left. So there's my new I. To the left, there's my new H. To the left, there's my new J. Now I need you to do 2 more things. We are going to draw a line. If you go to the Shapes tool, there's an option down here to insert line. Pick a color. I don't care what you use. I'm going to stick with black. All you have to do is click on one point and drag to the other and release. There you drew a nice straight line. This is way easier than trying to do it with the trackpad on your Chromebook, where it's not keeping it straight and it's kind of all squiggly because of your finger. So plot your points, draw your line. Next thing you need to do is label this. Label it with the text tool. Don't try and write on the trackpad on your Chromebook. So pick a size here. You might need to play around with your font size and color, something you want to kind of personalize it there. I'm going to do blue. And this is going to be my new H over here. If you need to, whoops, I deleted it. H, I, J. If you want to, you can play around with where these are at and kind of get them a little bit closer to the point. As long as I can tell where they're supposed to be, I'll be all right with it. And that's it. That is all there is to it. Plot your points, label them, you're done. This one's a translation too. Go to my different tool. I'm going to draw here. 3 to the left and 4 down. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's W. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's V. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's Y. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's X. Go back to your shape tool. And again, a little patience. You need to be patient with this until you get comfortable with it. There's my X. There's my Y. Click, click, click. Okay. It's a perfect copy of the original. Go back, label it. W, V, Y, X. All right. So this, I don't expect too many of you to have trouble with. The turn-in process on this, I honestly don't know what it looks like as a student. Okay, so I'm all done here. There is an option right here to turn in. Let's see what that does. Transformations recap, not done. It says right there, not done. I'm doing this as a student. Click turn in, see what happens. Oops, you need to upgrade to use Google Classroom integration. So you may not be able to turn this in like that, but students that I have had do this, if you just exit out, when you turn in here, it saved all your changes. So even though you can't technically submit it through Kami, when you go back and turn it in here, it'll be fine. And just to show you what I'm talking about, when I go in as a teacher, that same class, I pull up my grade book. Oh, there it is. Oh, it took a second to reload. All right, here's the assignment. All right, I turned it in. Okay, even though it didn't let me turn it in, everything that I did is still there. So I can see all the work that you did, and that's all there is to it. Just if you're having trouble with this, send me an email, send me a comment on the assignment, something. Let me know that you're having trouble and what you're having trouble with. If it's an issue with Kami, we've got to get it straightened out. We're going to be using this a lot.